Okay, so you're buying a home. You're going to get a home inspection report, and let's be real, they can be pretty intimidating. But what if you could read it without that feeling of dread? What if you could read it with confidence? Well, today we are going to do just that. We're going to decode that entire document using this amazing guide from the real estate experts at REMAX Liberty, and we're going to turn that report into your most powerful tool.
Does this sound about right? You're so excited about the house, and then this 30-page PDF lands in your inbox, just filled with pictures of everything that might be wrong with it. And suddenly, all that excitement turns into anxiety. This quote from the REMAX Liberty Guide just hits the nail on the head, and I want you to know that feeling is totally normal.
And this is our goal today. We're going to take that wall of text and turn it into a clear, totally manageable checklist that gives you nothing but confidence. See, that long report isn't a list of disasters. It's your roadmap. And by the end of this, you'll know exactly how to read it.
All right, Section 1, decoding the document. First things first, we've got to translate this thing from inspector speak into plain English. Let's kick things off with what a home inspection actually is and, just as importantly, what it isn't.
The biggest takeaway here is that word, snapshot. A home inspection is not a crystal ball. It doesn't guarantee that nothing will ever break. The inspector is simply telling you what they can see on one particular day. It's all about the present moment, not some prediction of what might happen a year from now.
This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If it's just a snapshot, why does it feel like you're reading a phone book? This is a huge source of anxiety for so many buyers, but trust me, there's a very simple reason for it.
The length just means it's thorough. Think about it. The inspector includes tons of notes, checklists, and photos to show you exactly what they're seeing. They're also referencing building codes and standards. Really, it's all about being crystal clear. So remember, a long report usually means you hired a great, diligent inspector, not that the house is about to fall down.
This right here, this is probably the most important mindset shift you can make. The report is not a pass-fail test. It's not a grade. A much better way to think about it is like a user manual for the house. It's a tool designed to give you information so you can make a smart, informed decision.
Okay, on to Section 2, sorting serious from small. Now that we know what the report is, the next big skill is learning how to prioritize everything in it. This is where you learn to see past all the noise and focus on what actually matters.
You can think of this slide as your mental cheat sheet. On the left, you've got the heavy hitters, things that really demand your attention, like a leaking roof or foundation issues, stuff that affects the home's safety. And on the right, that's all the cosmetic stuff, like peeling paint or old cabinets. Is it annoying? Maybe. But is it a deal breaker? Almost never.
And you know what? Inspectors make this even easier by using a hierarchy of labels. If you see something marked safety concern, pay close attention. Repair is next up on the list. But if you see a whole bunch of maintenance and monitor items, well, that's just the honey-do list that comes with owning pretty much any home. It's not a red flag.
Section 3, your 4 key options. Okay, so you've decoded the report, you've sorted your priorities, now what? This is where you move from just understanding to taking action. You have some real power here and several key options.
You are absolutely in the driver's seat here. You can ask the seller to fix things, or, and this is often the better move, you can request a credit so you can hire your own contractor. That way, you control the quality of the work. You can also try to renegotiate the price. And finally, if the issues are just too big, that inspection contingency in your offer, well, that's your safety net. It lets you walk away.
And remember, you are not alone in this. This is exactly where a great real estate agent, like the Central Massachusetts experts at REMAX Liberty, really proves their value. They've been through this 1,000 times and will help you figure out the best strategy for your specific situation.
And that brings us to our final section, from fear to confidence. Let's bring it all home and really solidify that newfound confidence by putting the most common inspection findings into perspective. So, take a look at this list. Things like an older dishwasher, a few worn shingles, or gutters that need a good cleaning. I can almost guarantee you're going to see some of these on your report. This is just part of normal homeownership, not a sign you're buying a lemon. Now, this list, this is different. These are the kinds of things that should make you pause and pay extra attention. Active water leaks, major structural problems, unsafe electrical systems. These are the potential deal breakers that you'll definitely want to investigate further, probably with a specialist.
And that really brings us to the ultimate takeaway here.
Once you know how to read the report, understand what to prioritize, and know what your options are, that document stops being a source of fear. It becomes your best asset for making a smart, confident purchase.
And that's our walkthrough. Just remember, this whole framework comes from the deep expertise of the team at REMAX Liberty, your central Massachusetts real estate pros. Their goal, and ours today, is simply to empower you with clarity. A home inspection report isn't a final exam. It's your study guide for making a great decision.